to Wrestle Capsule. My name is B, and this is a channel where you're gonna get your dose of pro wrestling talk. I've been feeling like Bayley has not been respected as a Four Horsewoman. Sometimes I might even argue that people see her as the least important Four Horsewoman, and I feel like that is utter disrespect. I feel offended for Bayley, but if I look at all the other three, I can see it. Like for Becky has been putting over talent, putting over stars, climbing their way up. I mean, she just got done being NXT Women's Champion and passing the torch to Lyra Valkyria. And that was freaking amazing. Putting over people like Bianca Belair, Zoe Stark.
And I'm so loving this feud between Becky Lynch and Nia Jax. People are gonna argue me down about this, but I don't care. Like, Nia Jax, like she's doing some of her best work, especially on the mic right now. And like Nia Jax threatening to punch Becky in the face, and then her punching Becky in the face during a match, and then everything going back to Survivor Series 2018, where Nia Jax punched the shiznit out of Becky Lynch, made her bleed, broke her nose, all that stuff, and them using that to fuel this now on-screen feud between these two is just genius.
And oh my goodness, the potential of Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch eventually bumping heads. I look forward to that. But Becky has been doing, I might say, her best work. She really has been. And I mean, it's changed for me, because there was a point in time where Becky was getting on my nerves. But she reminds me again and again why she is one of the Four Horsewomen. And then you move over to Charlotte Flair. Oh my goodness, this woman has been the measuring stick for how many years? She's been champion how many times? It makes me think about WrestleMania 39 with that match between her and Rhea Ripley, and how it's one of my favorite women's matches on the main roster as of late, because that, oh my gosh, like it was so good, and Rhea Ripley deserved it, and it was just a dope freaking match. And I know that meant so much to Charlotte. Like, even like they showed the camera panned to Charlotte's face, like she was out of the ring, and how like she was smiling, she was cheesing. Like, Charlotte has been wanting to put over young talent for so long, and she's been wanting to give back for so long, and now she's able to do that. And even kind of taking Shotzi under her wing as of late, like before she got injured, of course. But I'm even loving that. But like, Charlotte is, like, whether you guys hate her or love her, like, people who are hating Charlotte, they're just hating. I really do not think they hate her or think that she's not talented, because that would be a lie. I feel like more than anything, fans are pissed off that she had been shoved down our throats for so many years by creative Vince. I get it if you keep pushing people to just like, Charlotte, win, championship. People are gonna get tired of it. So I get that. But besides that, like, Charlotte she's close and near and dear to my heart. When I first started watching wrestling, like really started watching wrestling, besides Asuka, because I mean, that Royal Rumble in 2018, like, changed my life. But Charlotte Flair was someone who I was just gravitating towards, and she just exudes this prestige. She is the Queen City, okay? So it just makes sense that she is one of the Four Horsewomen. She's always been that standard, so I get that. But even with Mercedes Mone, aka Sasha Banks, now granted, she's not with New Japan Wrestling or any promotion right now, and I think she's in the talks of figuring out where she's gonna go next. I'm hoping that my girl comes back. I hope they come to some sort of just contract. I just want Triple H to somehow, some way bring Sasha Banks back to WWE for Royal Rumble, I would flip my freaking lid, but a girl can dream. But besides that, my gosh, like even with like Bianca Belair, that WrestleMania moment, even before WrestleMania, that whole storyline with Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, like them banding together, but then Sasha being like, you're not on my level, like all that, like that was dope. But like as a whole, Sasha Banks has been such a ring general, just like Charlotte Flair. Like when those two would have matches, like that Hell in a Cell match, that changed my life. Like legit, like that was so straight fire. But those two, like the chemistry between Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair in the ring is freaking undeniable. Like they just, oh my goodness.
And let us not forget, it was Sasha Banks and Bayley who were the first two women to be, they were the inaugural WWE Women's Tag Team Champions in 2019. Like both of them were a part of something as monumental as introducing a championship for the women's tag team division that was sort of non-existent, but they were working on it.
I mean, Mercedes Mone left WWE and then went to New Japan Wrestling, and then she won the IWGP Women's Championship. The way she carries herself, the way she stays in character, the way she just moves in the ring, how she is on the mic, like she exudes that. But then you get to Bayley. I'm just talking about since she came back from injury, when that surprise of her coming back for that SummerSlam with Dakota Kai and Iyo Sky, the formation of Damage Ctrl, like that junk right there. Oh my gosh, the excitement, it was amazing. And I really did believe that Damage Ctrl was going to do some crazy things in the women's division. And I was expecting something, but I ended up not getting it. And it's crazy because Bayley focused so much on making sure that Dakota Kai and Iyo Sky got their shine, which is amazing. I mean, let's be real. Bayley, that was Bayley's group.
Bayley has definitely made an impact in the women's division, just like Charlotte, just like Sasha Banks, just like Becky Lynch. It's just her being involved in Damage Ctrl. Things have shifted to it being more about her group, which I understand to a certain extent, instead of it being more on her. I'm just waiting for the time where it is just gonna be about Bayley looking out for herself.
And granted, Bayley did go for championship gold, but she didn't get it. Ever since she came back, that has been the thorn in Bayley's booty cheek. Like she is yet to have a championship since she's gotten back. I mean, Dakota Kai and Iyo Sky were WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. But Bayley has not been able to really touch gold since she's come back. And she's been able to put over people. She's been putting over a lot of people. Like it's crazy how much, but there's times where a wrestler can put over another wrestler and both wrestlers benefit from it. But when it comes to Bayley, it's like every time that woman loses, it just gets worse and worse. And I feel like Bayley is not giving the respect she deserves. She's not getting the respect she deserves. And it sucks because you would think Damage Ctrl would be that something that could just elevate her, but it didn't elevate her. Now speaking of Damage Ctrl, now as of late, Damage Ctrl has been on fire. Granted, they did lose on SmackDown, but besides that, they have been fire, especially with the new additions of the Kabuki Warriors. It has been a phenomenal addition to Damage Ctrl. And now, after how long, Damage Ctrl is starting to evolve. and starting to look more of a threat as a group in the women's division. And it's crazy because it's like Bayley, I can't, like, Bayley can't even take credit for that. Like, you can't, like, I would give that to freaking Dakota Kai and Iyo Sky, especially Iyo Sky. Like, even though Damage Control is looking so much better than it has in so long, like, Bayley is looking a lot stronger. It's still not doing much for her. And I feel like Damage Control is going to have to make some changes. I feel as though in order for Bayley to really get back into that dominant power, like I remember when she first turned heel, oh my gosh, and she effed up Charlotte Flair. Oh my gosh, like oh my goodness, the memories. But, and even when Bayley and Sasha Banks were both champions, and they were both sole champions, and they were holding the women's tag team championship for the second time, it was bomb AF. And a lot of that was because for some reason, when Bayley is around Sasha Banks or Mercedes Mone, there's something that comes out of Bayley. It's like Bayley can feed off of Sasha Banks, and she's able to really like have that confidence. Her confidence, or like her presence doesn't really go, like, it doesn't translate well sometimes. And sometimes it can be awkward. I know she's heel. I know she does that stupid laugh. Like, but besides that, like, there's just something missing from Bayley. And I feel like with Iyo Sky having the women's championship, I feel like there needs to be some sort of, I've been waiting for Iyo Sky and Bayley to really get into it. And I know they're holding off. They're trying to allow Damage Control to get powerful and powerful and powerful to the point where the breaking down of Damage Control will have to be between Iyo and Bayley. And when that happens, I look forward to those two finally having a championship match. And I would love to see Bayley champion once again. I need to see it. Some people don't want to see it. I don't care. I need to see that. I feel like that will propel Bayley forward, because I just feel like she's at a standstill, and Damage Control wasn't really helping her. Now that Damage Control is evolving to where it is, with new members, it's getting better, but I feel like there needs to be an even more drastic change. There needs to be some sort of breakage of a down of Damage Control, and just separate Bayley. Damage Control can work without her. I feel like Bayley needs to go on to different things by herself solo. I understand Damage Control needs to continue to build, but it's getting about that time, because I want more for Bayley. So guys, let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Signing off. Bye.